I'm pleased to welcome Dave Harrop, who is one of our nominees for Chair of International Committee. Hi, Dave.
Good morning. Yeah, my name's Dave Harrop. I'm a UK registered social worker. I've been a social worker for 45 years. Semi-retired now. I'm doing some work for a UNICEF project in Kurdistan, and I'm doing independent social work reports for families facing deportation from the UK.
Thanks. So, Dave, I've got 5 questions for you. The first is, what does being part of a global profession mean to you?
It comes basically from this document, the Global Agenda for the Development of Social Work, which was launched in 2010. And since then, you know, we've sort of looked at exploring, or I've looked at exploring sort of peer-to-peer relationships with colleagues. So I've done work, as many people know, in Palestine. I've been a visiting lecturer at a social work college in Kathmandu in Nepal for 6 months. I've done work, humanitarian aid work in Belgrade and also in the jungle in Calais. And I've been an active member of Social Workers Without Borders, looking at direct work with refugees in the UK.
So my second question is, why is it important that BASW has an international committee?
It's really important because social work is a global profession. When you travel, you see people who are doing the same job as we do. They don't always have the same powers, but we all share the same duties. And it's that commonality. And I think that the recognition that you know, increasingly, as I've said, with the migration and refugee situation, if nothing else, you know, tells us that we're in a global environment now where, you know, issues aren't confined to national borders, and much in contrast to the views of Brexit and stuff. You know, we are part of one planet, and you know, there are issues, and we can learn from each other, and we can support each other, and we can build our own capacities and our capacities for building resilience as professionals.
Thanks. So how would you increase the involvement of members in international social work if you were chair?
I think it would be to make it be proactive in making it relevant and interesting and attractive, to start to look outside of our own community here in the UK, the 4 countries. I've taken groups of social workers to Palestine, for instance, to meet with peers, to walk and share ideas with peers. I've created a film about that, and we shared that film at the global conference to say, you know, there are huge contrasts, but there are enormous commonalities. And you know, the context is different, but the process has a very recognizable core existence, if you like. So I'd really want to support member inclusion and activity. I made a proposal to the 2014 AGM for BASW that we launch the International Development Fund, which was presented through the International Committee. I got that idea. It wasn't my idea. I got it from some Norwegian colleagues that I'd met and we'd spoken about what they did. But the whole idea was that we want, as an organisation, to encourage and support and facilitate and enable our members to reach out beyond our own borders, to make contacts and to explore, you know, what the reality is and what the experiences of practitioners in other countries, and to share learning with people. My practice has certainly improved, and you know, issues around my understandings of trauma-informed practice have significantly improved.
Yeah, thank you. The next question is, how can the chair of International Committee, who is also a member of council and a director of BASW, how can you ensure that the international dimension is taken into account in BASW's decision making?
I think, I mean, it obviously is already, but it's a question of how do you develop that and expand it. You know, I mean, obviously the celebration of World Social Work Day and, you know, the promotion of the Global Development Agenda is really important. And I think it's important and attractive to increase membership, you know, to be able to go out and disseminate information. And we've got the pandemic, but one of the blessings is we can communicate like this with each other now, and it's far more achievable. I want to encourage, sincerely want to encourage global peer-to-peer connections. I chaired a webinar in September looking at the issues of our colleagues globally who risk being political prisoners through the process of their work. I had speakers from Hong Kong, Belarus, Ireland, Palestine, and Turkey. So this is a global issue, and we have a duty and we have a responsibility to raise that.
Thank you. We need to move on to our final question. So briefly, what do you hope to achieve as International Committee Chair within BASW and as part of the International Federation of Social Workers?
Again, I want to look at you know, how we connect and how we relate and engage with colleagues on a global basis, you know, and to learn from them, and particularly to support people with some you know, the world is you know, facing incredible challenges environmentally, politically, you know, the movement of huge numbers of people seeking safety, etc., etc. You know, we can't be isolationists, you know, and I want us to have that very squarely at the centre of any agenda that BASW has.
Thank you. Dave, thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.